Ah, welcome to Lisbon. After an evening cruise from Vigo in Spain, we found ourselves in Lisbon this morning. Didn't really find ourselves, we knew we were coming here anyway, but we are in the main square, former site of a royal palace actually, that used to be here. When the palace was destroyed, a couple hundred years ago now, we left the space as a square, so it's the commercial square really. So let's spin you around and have a look. As you can see, there's a bit of drama in the square. Huge arch, we can walk through that area and take a moment. You can even go to the top of that if you want to. Yeah, so this square is about a 15-minute walk along the water's edge from the cruise terminal if you come here. So it's a good place to start. That was quite unexpected, walking through the square here. Oh, being attacked by a fly now. So only been here 15 minutes, walking through the square by the big statue. And look at the man who come up to me and goes, "Ha, shh, want to buy some marijuana?" So there we go, I've been offered drugs within 15 minutes. Obviously look like some drug fiend. Do I? So the big archway behind me was constructed in 1755, after the big earthquake that destroyed the palace, the square that we just walked through. So Augusta Arch or something like that. I'm sure you can tell me if I got that one wrong. Okay, so we're just waiting for a tram to turn up now, the 15E, to take us to Belém. But this is this little cute one over here. This has a little coffee. I think we're going to get one of these cute yellow ones. I think we may end up getting a slightly more modern one, but let's hope. So we've just got ourselves off the tram. It's about 35 minutes on the tram. It brings us up to the monastery. You can see it's quite a big queue up there. So our stop is probably just to see if we can get some tickets, to have a wander in the monastery and have a look around. I suppose we need a thing to do. It does appear to be quite a queue. I can't work out yet if this is for tickets or for entry. The sign says tickets over there, behind me. Does that mean once you've got a ticket, you then have to queue to get in? I think it probably does. And I'll be honest, I'm not sure I do want to queue for this length of time. So yeah, queuing up to get into somewhere is not something I really like doing. So we'll wander through here. We'll wander around the monastery. You see, it's quite extensive queue. So this is what, 20 past 11? It's queuing both sides of the road. These are people who've already got tickets, and nothing's moving. So my suggestion is get here very early. As you can see, there's a lot of construction work going on as well. So who knows what the inside's like. So you can wander around the back. A bit less scaffolding and hoarding. And there is a museum over entrance as well. But this is where we find the planetarium as well. And also there's a maritime museum. So we just made our way down the historic Pastel de Belém to try the, rather than the pastel de nata, a pastel de Belém. Let's see what these are like. So if you're wondering how much a pastel de Belém costs, look at the sign in front of me. You can get a pack of 6 for €9 or €1.50 each. Loads of other cakes and tarts on here as well, but I think I'll be sticking to the traditional stuff while we're here. Looking across for a coffee, espresso €1.10, double espresso €1.80. Cappuccino €2.80, so it's not a complete rip-off either. Even a sausage roll you can get for €1.80, so there you go. What more could you possibly ask for? So it does have it outside, but all the tables were gone, so we're back inside again now, but at least we're actually back inside the main dining room. That's right, let's wait for someone to come along and order up some of these little custard tarts. The food's appeared, we might have ordered a little bit too many, to be honest. I'll show you what I mean. Like I said, so we got 6, and we got another 6. Right, let's give one of these a go.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the base to be peeler pastry, is it?
Oh, these are really good. The bottom of the pastry is really crunchy, really crisp, and the egg custard is really warm. So yeah, unique recipe since 1837 apparently. They're doing well. Well, we gave it a go, but there's still one left. It looks like we found the kitchen, so we can see how these things are even being made. When you think you're getting a takeaway, it's a little bit more chaotic. Seems a lot easier just to wander in. So that's the Pastel de Belém, and yeah, directly behind me. It's like a car park right in front of it, but the building's pretty cute as well, so I thoroughly recommend that one. What we do now is just take a wander through the park that's opposite. It's about a 10-15 minute walk off to the right, I think, you need to go to find the Belém Tower. That's what we're going to go and find next. Not the sort of thing you expect to see walking through a park. Right, so you scroll through the old park towards the water's edge, and you kind of come across something I've never seen before. I'll just spin you around. Look at this thing, it's huge. It's obviously some sort of memorial, but I'm not sure who to. Let's wander around the front, maybe there's something that tells us. So what this impressive piece of sculpture or monument is depicting is Portugal's age of discovery, and these are all historical figures through Portugal's history as they set out and explored the world. And behind me you'll see what looks like the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. One bridge. You could almost be in San Francisco. Belém, where we were, kind of gave up on the walk for the Belém Tower. A, or not, it was absolutely pouring rain, and B, because it was covered in scaffolding. You can see it from a distance, covered in scaffolding. So we thought, what's the point of going to look at something covered in scaffolding in the pouring rain? So we've got the bus 6 stops down to the LX factory. It's an old factory site, been converted. It's full of artists and all that sort of stuff, and it's directly under a huge bridge. Let me just spin the camera around, you'll see what I mean. Up there, that's the huge bridge. So yeah, LX factory, we're going to have a little wander around here, see what the place is like. All looks quite pretty and that sort of stuff. Lots of artistry. Let's shade down the high street now. There you go, you've got to look down the high street where we're going to walk and see what this place is all about. Let's go for a wander, see what we can see. A fine selection of ties, hats, that sort of thing, handkerchiefs. No, that's okay. Thank you. Obrigado. You might have guessed I've just actually purchased something. So I was borrowing those sunglasses because I left mine on the ship, so a friend I'm walking around the clinic, I borrowed his glasses. I couldn't keep borrowing them, so I had to go in and buy my own. So here we go. What do you think? Comments below. So this is certainly the artsy bohemian area. There's some sculpture and stuff on the walls. The restaurants and bars, that sort of stuff's all down here. It's not often you get to see a baby climbing up the wall. They normally drive you up the wall. And here's looking at the street and the bridge from the other direction. Don't forget to look out for the zebra. And we just found the spiral staircase, takes us up to the first floor. Well, apparently there's another 33 stores. Let's go and have a look. And even the graffiti looks kind of good in here as well. bit noisy. Okay, let's make our way back down. Okay, so wandering around, we've discovered this little place here.
You can buy it, I think.
You can buy it?
Yeah.
Where
you can. They've got them in boxes.
codfish cakes with cheese
But when we have used it.
and the beer. So it's beer.
It is cool.
Okay, so the beer has arrived, as has the extra cheesy codfish thingy bob. No idea. Right, let's try this and see what it's like. Right, let's try this now. There's a sticker. Oh, I don't know if you're supposed to eat that or not. Who knows? Ooh. It's not as cheesy as the pictures. It's not all running out, but it is quite cheesy and fishy. It's fish and cheese. So that was a look around the LX factory. What our next stop now is obviously just to wander off and try and find ourselves a bus or a tram to go off and find a little travel up a funicular. Right, let's keep wandering. So we're off the bus and we're in search of funicular now, so 5-minute stop. This little nice park area, the old time out food hall place was just to our right, so we went past it, so want to know where we are. And apparently up this road somewhere is a funicular. Hopefully it's working. Obviously there was a sad accident only a few weeks ago, so I'm not sure whether that's affected the funiculars or not, but we'll find out in a minute. If it isn't working, it's been a nice walk. Probably got this wrong, but I think it's up these steps. Oh, so I found where the funicular should be running, but it doesn't look like it is. You can see down the bottom of that hill, it's all closed off. If we walk up the hill, you'll see a little funicular all parked up. Let's go and have a look. So we've made it to the top, and I am huffing and puffing quite considerably, I'll give you that much. But anyway, what does a funicular look like on the streets of Lisbon? So there she is.
Ciao, Dio.
Just by wandering about, you come across these quaint little squares, complete with trams. So we were walking along this road earlier this morning, and it's now, what time is it now? 4 o'clock? And as you can see, it gets a lot busier.